welcome to HCN Evening News Bulletin with me, Clinton D'Souza, and here are the top stories. Murmugaon town is among the several Indian cities that will be submerged by up to 2.7 feet of water by 2100, predicted the NASA in its recent report on the climate change. In its study, NASA said sea levels around the world have been rising and are projected to continue rising in future.
NASA's Sea Level Change team has created a sea level projection tool that makes extensive data on future sea level rise from IPCC easily accessible to the public. Recently, Murmugaon town from Goa is among the several Indian cities that will be submerged by up to 2.7 feet of water by 2100, predicted the National Aeronautics and Space Administration of the United States in its recent report on the climate change. Murmugaon, Mumbai, Kandla, Okha, Bhavnagar, Mangalore, Cochin, Paradeep, Khidipur, Vishakhapatnam, Chennai, and Tuticorin are among the cities and the towns across Goa, Maharashtra, Karnataka, and Kerala, all along the southwest coast, that will submerge by the end of the century. Data from satellite and around ground equipment, as well as analysis and computer simulation, were used to make the sea level forecast in the study released by NASA as a part of their climate change report.
We have to strengthen our disaster prevention and management measures. First and foremost, our natural barriers like sand dunes, mangroves, khazans, and our wetlands need to be protected just like we protect our family jewelry. These will be the sentinels to protect our future generations. The Vasco Bay Beach, also known as the Kharevado Beach, and the Baina Beach need to be strengthened. These stretches will protect the town from the surging sea. The government and other planning authorities need to immediately identify the danger zones and revisit the building regulations so that any proposed development within these areas is made flooding and disaster proof.
Now, the Chief Minister, Dr. Pramod Sawant, on Wednesday said that the bill to form a mining corporation is yet to receive assent from the Governor of Goa. He added, bill to form mining corporation is yet to receive an assent from the Governor of Goa.
On Wednesday, Chief Minister Dr. Pramod Sawant said that the mining will be started at the earliest and the state government is serious about it. Bill to form a mining corporation is yet to receive assent from the Governor of Goa. Watch.
Election time election begin February February
आणि ती सजेशन ओपन केलं पहिलं मग ती येवपाक लागल्या की सजेशन ऑफलाईन
येता
असं मायनिंगाचे कितें प्रोसेस चालू जालो खंयच्या लेवलार
बिल साइन जावन येतले मरे.
In yet another brutal incident, a 13-year-old minor girl was kidnapped and raped in Satari. Goa police on Tuesday arrested the 31-year-old man from Doda, Maharashtra for kidnapping and raping a minor girl from Goa.
13-year-old minor girl was kidnapped and raped in Satari. The Walpoi police have booked a case under IPC and POSCO Act against Akshay Vasant Naik, 31-year-old, for kidnapping and raping a minor girl at Pariye village in Satari Taluka of North Goa. Police case was registered after complaint was filed by father of the victim on Tuesday, that is 10th of August, with Walpoi police station. As per the complaint, the accused kidnapped his 13-year-old minor daughter from the village and took her at his residential place and raped her. The accused person was arrested on Tuesday evening after he was booked under section related to kidnapping and rape under Indian Penal Code and Goa Children's Act and POSCO Act. 13-year-old minor girl kidnapped and raped. Police has registered a case against 31-year-old Akshay Vasant Naik, native of Satari. Case registered under IPC and POSCO Act. Complaint filed by victim's father on August 10th.
On Wednesday, a robbery case was reported at a jewelry store in Mapsa. Some unknown person decamed with gold worth lakhs of rupees from Sri Jewelers in Mapsa, and the robbers entered the shop by making a hole in the wall. Here's more.
On Wednesday, a robbery was reported at a jewelry shop in Mapsa. Look at these visuals. This robbery was reported in Mapsa at Sri Jewelers store. The robbers entered from this hole. This hole was made on the back side of the store, which helped them to enter the store easily. Mapsa police are further investigating this case.
अंदाज कितले असतले
एक्झॅक्ट व्हॅल्युएशन करूंक ना
फक्त चांदी आल्या गोल्ड चड हाडले गोल्ड गोल्ड सेफ आसा सीसीटीव्हीचेर कितें हें जालां
सीसीटीव्ही हांव रातचो वचून बंद करता आतां फाटल्यान जी बिल्डिंगेज आसा तेजेर पळोवंक जाय.
The Santanis Road is caved in. Commuters' life at risk. Now, in this story, we will show you the visuals of this road. This is the main road near the Santanis Church. Portion of this road has carved in suddenly, which has resulted in a risk and difficulties to the commuters.
Right now, we are at Santanis Church, and you can see the pathetic road condition. This road has caved in, and if you can see clearly right now that there is no base. And the surface of the road has come in. When we elect our representatives, they have to make sure these roads are taken care of. And at present, this is so dangerous for any passerby that who's coming in. What if someone had to get injured over here? People's safety is zero right now. And it's a shame that we have to witness something like this in Panjim city, which is the capital city of Goa. We saw this happen in Baga. And at present, right now, it's happening here in Panjim. Pathetic road conditions.
As tourists have begun to come to Goa, the beach side is getting a bit crowded. Today in this story, we will show you how police, especially on the Kalangut beach, are going strict against the tourists and people who are not following SOPs, especially not wearing masks.
As the tourists have begun to come to Goa, the beach side is getting a bit crowded. Today in this story, we will show you how the police, especially on the Kalangut beach, are going strict against the tourists and the people who are not following SOP. Recently, the Kalangut Panchayat has informed the police to take strict action against tourists and locals for not wearing masks and not following SOPs. In the last few days, Goa had seen a large number of tourists visiting the state.
We've been experiencing that tourists are visiting our village and the numbers are increasing day by day. So as the numbers are increasing day by day, we have informed the police, Kalangut police station in charge, PI, to be very strict with regards to SOPs and wearing of masks. Because this is very crucial. If the third wave is going to come, we need to be prepared. We need to stop it from the spread. So आम्ही PIक सांगलेले आहा, आम्ही बीच PIशीन बसून उलयल्ले आहा. आयज सकाळी ताका सांगला बी व्हेरी स्ट्रिक्ट ऑन द बीच. तुम्ही पेट्रोलिंग इंटेन्सिफाय करा. जे कोण बिचार येतात सी दॅट दे वेअर मास्क. मागीर PIन म्हाका सांगला दे हॅव टेकन इनिशिएटीव आनी त्यांचे मेगाफोन आनी जिपार आहा. दे मेक कंटिन्यूअस अवेअरनेस, वेअर मास्क, मेंटेन सोशल डिस्टन्सिंग अँड बी रिस्पॉन्सिबल. आता पळय, वी कॅनॉट शट डावन एवरीथिंग. थिंग्स आर गोइंग टू ओपन अप. पीपल ऑल्सो नीड, इकॉनॉमी हॅज टू फ्लो. So we tell the people, we tell the businesses, make sure your staff at the hotel, your staff at the restaurant, your staff at the guest house, they wear masks, they maintain social distancing. Make
public drinking करता जाणा in public places. मागीर आमी तांकां एप्रिहेंड करता आनी we send them to police station for further action. There they issue them the necessary challan.
आणि जे मास्क बी घालून तांकां फायन बी
तांकां आमी हांगाच कंपाउंड करता. तांकां जे विदाउट मास्क किंवा इम्प्रॉपर वेज मास्क जे घालता न्ही तांकां आमी हांगाच कंपाउंड चलन इशू करता. चलन 200 चलन आसा.
आतां सकयल SOP बी कितें पळयतात तुमी?
हय, सकयल सुद्दां जे कोण म्हणजे जे हे आसा जाणा तेंचेर आमी एक्शन घेता हांगासर.
आतां पर्यंत कितके मास्क हें केलें, फायन दिले तुमी?
हय, आयच्यान जे आमी आतां एक 10 जाणांक कंपाउंड केल्या त्या भायर वयरूय आमी चालू आहा. सो एक डिफरंट पॉयंट्स दिल्लेले आहा ते थंय हे करतात, केसीस करतात.
Under the shadow of COVID-19, coronavirus looks like vector-borne diseases is also on rise, especially in Chikalim and nearby areas. As per reports, Chikalim Sub-District Hospital reports nearly 30 dengue cases per day.
Now, under the shadow of coronavirus, looks like the vector-borne diseases are also on rise, especially in Chikalim and nearby areas. As per reports, Chikalim Sub-District Hospital reports nearly 30 dengue cases per day.
Around 20 cases every day we admit in the hospital. आणि अशें दिसून आयलें की त्यांचो नंबर दिसता की कमी जातलो पूण आतां पर्यंत तरी कमी जावंक ना.
सो ऑन एवरेज 20 केसेस दिसाचे येतात.
येस फॉर एडमिशन.
सर आनी सद्याक हॉस्पिटलाचे बेड्स बी फूल जाल्ले आहा.
सध्या तरी आमचे बेड्स फूल आसा.
आनी सपोज पेशंट येता देन यू आर फोर्स्ड टू रेफर हिम टू GMC.
ज्यांचे काउंट्स कमी आसता खूब कमी आसता आनी तांकां फुडले जे ट्रिटमेंटाची गरज आसा ते मागीर आमी मेडिकल कॉलेजीन धाडून दिता.
सर एनी पर्टिक्युलर एरिया डेट हॅज बीन आयडेंटिफायड एज डेंगू म्हणजे वास्कोच्यान खंयच्या वाठारांतल्यान येता चडशे केस्यो?
वाडे, न्यू वाडे आनी आतां जुवारी नगर आनी बोगमाळेच्यान थोडे येयल्या आनी दाबोळेसून थोडे केस येयले.
एनी डेथ्स इन डेंगू सर? सस्पेक्टेड डेंगूची डेथ्स बी कितें रिकॉर्ड जाल्या?
अजून कन्फर्म अशें कांय जावंक ना.
ओके.
This can be a well to be called a history of cheers. And this Feni Museum is in Goa, situated along the coastline of Kandole. Yes, there is a Feni Museum in Goa whose doors will be open for public from the 13th of August, that is this Friday. Here one can drink, taste and know how Feni is produced. One can even get to know the history of cuisine, cutlery and much more.
Perhaps the only alcohol museum in the country and one in the world, I should say. Now we have here we want to showcase our GI tagged heritage drink, Cashew Feni, a drink where the spirit and the flavors merge seamlessly into 5 sections relating to our 5 senses, you know. So 2 sections will be for wine tasting, where we'll educate them and blend it with other aromas. Okay, so we'll 2 sections will be for wine tasting. 1 section will be for manufacture of implements. So we will show them all these rare implements that we have. Okay, then 1 session will be processing of manufacture of Feni. So we will show them how Feni has been traditionally distilled, both the cashew and the coconut Feni. We're going to start on the 13th. Actually, this place was ready about 3 to 4 months, but because of the pandemic, things we just took a break. But we are going to start very soon.
A joint inspection meeting by the authorities, including Deputy Collector of Murmugaon, SAPTA committee members, Vasco Police and others, was carried out around the Damodar temple premises to assess the arrangements to be done ahead of the SAPTA festival.
A joint inspection by the authorities, including the Murmugaon Deputy Collector, SAPTA committee members and the police, was carried out near the temple premises to assess the arrangements to be done ahead of the SAPTA festival. It has been decided that only around 15 people will be around with all SOPs during the first main program of offering of a Shrifal to Lord Damodar to start with the Damodar Sapta. Later, only 3 members, each of different par, will be allowed after 2:30 in the afternoon, which time slots of half an hour interval, and general public will not be allowed in the temple and people must not rush to the temples unnecessarily. The area around the temple will be barricaded and proper police force will be also deployed around the temple during the Sapta festival.
हे दिसा 14 तारखेक सप्तकाक सुरू जाता आणि 15 तारखेक समाप्ती. पण सांगपाचें म्हटल्यार 14 तारखेक फक्त जे सुरवातीचो जो भाग आसा भजनाचो तितलोच जातलो आणि तो सुद्दां जे SOP आसा ते आमी सरकारी SOP फॉलो करूनच तो कार्यक्रम जातलो. फक्त 15 जाण भितर आसतले देवळान. ताजे नंतर जे आसा तातूंत कोणाकूच मागीर प्रवेश आसचो ना आणि जे कोण पारवाले आसा तांकां आमी 2:30च्या नंतर 2:30च्या नंतर मागीर आमी तांकां अर्दे वरान एक जाणांक भितर एंट्री दितले, तांकांय पास इश्यू केल्ले आसा. ते आपले आसा तळी आसा ते दवरून भायर वयतले, दुसरो ग्रूप येतले, अशी करून वेवस्था केल्ली आसा. दुसरे दिसा सुद्दां तशेंच केलां आमी की समाप्तीचो जो भाग आसा ते दिसा सुद्दां फक्त आमी 4च जे मेंबर आसात काडलेले आसा तांकां कार्ड इश्यू केला. तेच समाप्तीक सिंपल घेवन वयतले आनी तेच मागीर परत येतले. हाजे भायर आमी कोणाक दिवचे ना. आनी आमी
आज ह्या वर्साच्या भजनी सप्तक प्रोग्रामाच्या दिशेन एक मिटींग जाली, ऑन द स्पॉट मिटींग जाली की ग्रावंड रियलिटी कितें आसली आनी कोणाक भितर सोडपाचें, कशें सोडपाचें. सो हाचें जें कितें बारीक डिस्कशन आशिल्लें ताजें जालें की फक्त जे पयलीं स्थापना करतात जे नाल्ल दवरता तेन्ना फक्त 15 लोक आसतले आनी ताज्या नंतर जो पार येता पळय पाराचे तीग जाण मेंबर तांकां वेगळो वेगळो टायम दिल्लो आसा. जनरल पब्लिकांक टेम्पलान एंट्री आसची ना, सो तेणे करून कोणें त्या दिसाक बेश्टी गर्दी करची न्ही हांगासर.
And now we end this news bulletin with a cartoon of the day image. Today's cartoon says it all. Cost cutting. Every time you change your party, we'll press the button. Well, that's all we have in today's news bulletin. For more news updates, please to subscribe to our YouTube channel at HCN Goa or follow us on Twitter and Facebook to stay alerted at O Heraldo Goa. Until then, take care and goodbye.